Welcome back to my home theater remodel, and in this episode, we're making the ceiling black. All right, so welcome back to my home theater. This actually looks like a episode of Dexter or some kind of horror movie. As you can see, we've got plastic pretty much everywhere because over the past couple of weekends, we've been painting the ceiling black. Yes, it's starting to feel like a renovation in here. We've gone with Sherwin-Williams tricorn black on the ceiling. As you can see, we get some spots here where we need to touch up because the speakers are actually getting changed. As you can see over there, we got the Focal in-ceiling speakers going in. That's a couple of them there. I got some more in the other room. So currently I'm running a 7.2.4 Dolby Atmos setup. So as you can see behind me, I've got two Atmos speakers here and two Atmos speakers here, but I'm actually going to add two more here and here. So this is actually going to be, when it's all said and done here in a couple of months, a 9.4.6. So it's going to be 9 bed layer channels. So we'll have the left, center, right behind the screen. Front wides will be just outside of the screen. We'll have the Focal side channels are going in there, and then the rears are going to be back there and there. There'll be two subwoofers, probably Marty's, behind the screen as well. And then my, can't see them now behind the plastic, but my beloved SVS SB16s are actually going to go to the rear of the room. So again, this will be a 9.4.6. So 9 bed layer, 4 subwoofers. Technically, I think it'll be a 2 because it'll be 2 channels of subwoofers going into 4 total subwoofers, and 6 Dolby Atmos. So really excited about that. But back to the topic at hand, which is the blacked out ceiling and the unfinished areas around the speakers. So the new speakers are not going to be the exact same size, so there will be some patching to be done and some more painting. So that'll come probably this upcoming weekend. So a lot of people have told me that my home theater is too bright and the colors are too light for years now, especially the ceiling. And I saw the bluish light reflected on the ceiling from my projector for years. It never bothered me, but I was always told that a darker room and a darker ceiling would definitely be a lot more immersive. And man, I was on the fence, but I can tell you, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So if you've got a dedicated home theater and you're contemplating blacking out the ceiling, just like everyone else I talked to who was on the fence, do it. It definitely makes a world of difference, and I haven't even watched movies in here yet, but it definitely makes the screen pop when everything around the screen is even darker. I'm sure it'll be even more pronounced, but I'm really happy with how this came out. Now the issue is it does make the room darker, right? That's what you're trying to accomplish. It does make the room darker, and knowing that, I replaced my 4 Govee 4-inch color changing smart recessed lights, these right here. So I had 4 of these little guys that did a decent job lighting up the back section of the room, which is where you can't tell right now, but I've got a little bar top and bar chairs here, and this is kind of where people would hang out if we're not watching a movie and we were going to do like a fight night in here. This is where people would hang out. So I added that 1 row of Govee 4-inch smart recessed lights to provide some lighting just back there. And it worked out great, but I knew that making the room darker would make the room borderline unusable outside of watching a movie. So I opted to go with 8 Philips Hue 6-inch recessed lights, which put out a lot more light. I'm a little bit happier with the Philips Hue smart home integration, even though Philips Hues get a lot of hate for the price. These lights are quite a bit more bright, and I'll probably never ever use the color changing, but the colors on them are a lot more vivid, and I'm just really happy with it. So anyway, keep that in mind. If you're going to black out your ceiling, if you're going to use that room for anything other than a dedicated home theater space, it's probably not a bad idea to add more light. I actually have some puck lights coming in that I'm actually going to put in the soffit going around the room. I've got, you can't really tell now because it's all blacked out, but there is recessed lights or LED lights above the trim, which you can barely tell. So I'm going to add some more lights in there. And some more lights in the column. I'm rebuilding those in a couple of weeks. More to come on that. Then also the projector, I've got to take that thing down instead of trying to paint around it. But I'm actually going to be replacing the projector, upgrading, and I might need more throw distance. So thinking about building a hush box back there and giving myself about another 6 feet, 7 feet of throw distance, and actually potentially making the projector a little quieter. So anyway, all that rambling to say, the ceiling is 99% blacked out, and I love it. So Project Home Theater is well on the way. It is no longer just I'm dipping a toe, maybe changing some speakers. We're back in renovation mode, folks. So it's going to be fun. So next up, got to finish the ceiling up. Start painting the rest of the trim, install the side and rear surround speakers. I haven't done that yet. I'm going to build a overlay for these columns. So currently my side channel speakers, as you can tell, they're up high and firing down, which is okay. But I have some focal in walls that are actually going to go here just above ear height. I'm going to try and follow as many of the home theater rules as possible, but I'm also keeping future proofing in mind. So I'm going to install the in-wall speakers here, but I'm going to build an acoustically transparent overlay that goes over this column and kind of hides everything. And the reason for that is I'm not the type to change speakers very often, but I want to give myself the option. So instead of worrying about rebuilding these columns to accommodate a speaker change in the future and still look aesthetically pleasing, I'm actually just going to get these speakers in there, build that overlay for the columns that can come off and on with magnets. So if I change the speakers in the future and I have to hack these things up, I don't have to really worry about the finishing work too much because they'll have a cover on them. So that's coming up in the next couple of weekends. So there's a lot going on. Finish the ceiling, paint the trim, install the speakers, build the column overlays, LED lighting, fabric wall, new projector, new screen, new false wall, WLED. Did I forget anything? Let me know in the comments. Catch you in the next one. Bye.